Hello and welcome to EFL Review 38 and 37 respectively for the Championship and League One. Hope you enjoy the review shows lately. I've seen them been doing quite well, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and keep subscribing because we are getting to that big goal of, well, the first goal that I want to get to is 20, so keep subscribing and let's just get straight into the review show. So we'll start in League One where Bolton losing 1-0 to Stockport in this one. Corey Adai getting man of the match, making save after save after save to prevent Bolton from winning this game. Very, very important win for Stockport. Basically almost confirms their playoff status for this season now. They're looking good for it, aren't they? And the stats show that Bolton dominated this game over Stockport. Had more than double the shots that Stockport had. Stockport, fifth in the league. They're not going anywhere. A point behind Charlton. I think they might catch Wycombe maybe. I don't think they're going to catch Wrexham after their win over Wycombe yesterday. We'll talk about that later. But good win for Stockport in this one. And they move up the table up to fifth. And Stephen Schumacher suffers another defeat as Bolton boss. Are they going to get in the playoffs? Who knows? Next, where Peterborough have bragging rights over Cambridge United, beating them by a goal to nil, but beating them with not just by a goal to nil, but with 10 men as well. Jed Steer getting all the shithousery comments in against Cambridge in this one from what I saw from his interview. Taylor Dunn getting sent off and scoring the winning goal in the end for Peterborough. Good win for Darren Ferguson's side. Stats-wise, has Cambridge on top. Neil Harris's side definitely look a decent side when they are going for it, but today they just weren't up for it and they weren't going for it. Cambridge are gone. I don't care. Neil Harris hasn't got them playing as I thought he would have done when he first came in, and I thought they could have stayed up. But it's too much now. It's way too much, and Shrewsbury and Cambridge and Crawley are all going to be the first sides to get relegated. Burton have a bit of fight left in them, but Peterborough, good win for them. Cambridge, more misery as Peterborough look like they're going to stay up now. Leyton Orient have finally won a game after their horrible form recently, beating Blackpool. It's not an easy place to go to Bloomfield Road either and get the win there. So they'll be very pleased with that. Will Leyton Orient and Richie Wellens. Good win for them. They propel up the table. Playoff hopes are slim, but they could still get in, I think, if they go on one of them runs like they did from October, September time, down all the way to like January, February, where they had that terrible run. So good. Charlie Kelman getting a brace, absolute baller in my opinion. I think we should go for him in the summer if we do want to, as a backup striker, but he's good for this level. Maybe Alfie May leaves, I don't know, is Kelman Championship level? We'll have to see. Blackpool, poor result for Steve Bruce. I thought they would have been a lot better than this, and just shows that they're a long way off the playoffs, and outside chance, no, not really, but good result for Leyton Orient. They move onwards and keep that playoff push alive. Charlton get their promotion hopes alive after beating Wigan by 2-1. Good win for Nathan Joseph's side. Matty Godden getting a brace and getting the player of the match. Should be man of the match, but we can't do that at the moment because I think it's just changed in general. It's just player of the match instead of man of the match now, which is unfortunate. Man of the match were prime days, but good win for Charlton. Good win for Nathan Jones. Stats-wise show it. 10 shots to 5, 3 big chances created for Wigan, 2 missed, unfortunately, and their big one was scored. 2 big chances missed for Charlton. Good result, really. Charlton only 2 points behind Wycombe now, but Wycombe do have a game in hand on them. So it's getting really tight in Sky Bet League One at the moment, and anybody's race is up. The top 2 race is really opening up. We just need Wrexham to drop a few more points. Good win for Charlton. Wigan will just stay where they are right now and just keep grinding out points. So good win for Charlton. Now to the next 2 games where both teams scored 5 at home, and this one includes where Huddersfield, after Michael Duff, started brilliantly by beating Crawley 5-1. I mean, this is just the end for Crawley. It means they're going to get relegated at the end of the day. Not good enough in just not good enough defensively, and not good enough in attack. They're absolutely terrible. Only scored that consolation goal. It's in the 96th minute with Adiemo, not Crawley. Well, Crawley scored. Well, they did score, but Huddersfield having 23 shots, 9 on target, 5 big chances, 2 missed. They could have made it more. They could have had probably about 7 or 8 in this game, but Crawley got away with it on this occasion. Rob Elliott, it'd be good to build next season. I think he's a decent coach, so yeah, good foundation to build on, and yeah, but not in this league. Huddersfield, absolutely brilliant. Are they going to get in their playoffs? They aren't going to give up, and neither will Bolton or any of those sides around there. So yeah, good win for Huddersfield, 5-1. Lincoln 5, Bristol Rovers 0. Well, Lincoln, I said they could score goals, and I think I said it in my prediction they could score goals, and boy, did they score goals in this game. Absolutely ripping into Bristol Rovers earlier on yesterday. Yeah, Makama again. He didn't really shine against us, but that's because Lincoln didn't come to play football. But when they do play football, they are absolutely brilliant at it. Makama up front getting a hat-trick with Collins, good for this league. Hackett, ex-Sheffield United, of course. They've got some great players, Lincoln. I think Bristol Rovers they've got a tiring squad. They've got Shaw, Soteriou, Sinclair, Chris Martin. These players are literally too old to play football now. It's a bit like Djukovic for us. They're just too old to play football. Yeah, good win for Lincoln. That propels them up to a whopping 12th. Yeah, Bristol Rovers really in a spot bother if Burton can seriously pick up, including what they did at this weekend. So yeah, Burton will pick if Burton pick up, then Bristol Rovers are in massive trouble. But yeah, good win for Lincoln, and they just stay where they are. Mansfield 2, Barnsley 1. The dismal days for Barnsley are not over after Darryl Clark. They lose 2-1 away at Mansfield. I said Mansfield would win this in my prediction, and I was correct. Yeah, Barnsley just really poor again. I mean, they're just dreadful at the moment. Mansfield finally getting the rewards they deserve with all the shots they have in goal. Finally getting the win over Barnsley. They'll take that, Mansfield, and they'll be closer to safety with that win. They've been incredibly unlucky this season on the amount, if you look at the stats wise anyway. Yeah, Barnsley, killer done playing against his former side. He maybe should have stayed at Mansfield. Now, looking at that, Barnsley losing their keeper in the 14th minute didn't really change the outcome. Good win for Mansfield. All parties happy apart from Barnsley. And Nigel Clough getting another win. And Mansfield look to stay in League One for yet another year, don't they? We go to Sixfields, where the Cobblers got a draw against my team, Birmingham. Very tight game of football, this one. Northampton all over us first half and then Iwata made that stupid error, but it was probably deserved anyway from Northampton. Yeah, Iwata's had a few errors this season. He's been great in midfield, but he's had a few errors leading to goals, unfortunately. And then Keshi Anderson equalising just before half-time to grab us a point, and then we were just in full control after that. Northampton really didn't have a sniff. I feel like in the Championship we're going to have to play a better style of football, because this is terrible at the moment. Having all the possession, just doing nothing with it and pass around the back, get caught out in the Championship, etc. Yeah, points fair in this one in my opinion, because Northampton were all over first half and then we were all over the second half. So yeah, point probably deserved. So yeah, we move onwards and we're still going to piss the league. So yeah, decent draw, 1-1 for Northampton, a good point for them, and they get another point closer to safety. Reading 1, Reading 1, Stevenage 1. Piagiani getting a brace in this game, which is weird because he did score an own goal, of course, for Reading, and then getting a goal straight back, so he made up for it almost instantly. Decent from Stevenage. They probably should have won this with the stats. They had 19 shots to 7. Really should have got the job done here, but they didn't. Piagiani having a 7.5 at the end, same as Charlie Good at the back. Stevenage's defence is rock solid, as shown in this game, as Reading can really break through it. And yeah, Alex Ravel, he's got them well drilled, hasn't he? And he knows what they'll do. They're tough to break down on Tuesday night for us, but we still got the job done. yeah, I just have to give full credit to Stevenage, really. But yeah, good, solid side, mid-table. Reading, um, still outside chance of playoffs. Saying that, they're only 2 points off the players. Still fully could get in there. Hope they do get in there with their ownership issues. And yeah, Reading 1, Stevenage 1, but it's 2 points dropped for Reading. Rotherham 1, Exeter 1. I think I called a draw in my predictions. I'll have to just go and double check. I think I did. But yeah, 1-1. I think I said 0-0. Yeah, Reece James, not the Reece James, of course, scoring in the 45th minute, just before half-time, before Exeter equalise at the 56th minute. Forget their equaliser in this one. This Rotherham should have won this 24 shots to 12. Very, it just shows the defences weren't exactly on par in this one, or they could have been, because it was only 1-1. But yeah, a lot of shots from Rotherham. Probably should have won this game. Steve Evans will not be happy with the way they performed in this one. Yeah, I mean, it's decent point for Exeter. I mean, they're a step closer to safety. Rotherham aren't going anywhere in this league. I think you still got to look at 16th downwards and 15th downwards. Maybe the relegation battle, maybe 14th if you include Rotherham, but I think it's all over. I think there's one spot up for grabs. It's the Burton spot, which I still think probably will end up being Burton now after being convinced by them a few weeks ago that stay up. But yeah, good point for Exeter. Rotherham, rude missed chances, unfortunately for them. Rotherham 1, Exeter 1. Shrewsbury 0, Burton 2. I'm not going to talk about Shrewsbury in this game. I think, well, I will do, but they are going down. That is the exception. Ainsworth can't keep them up. How did we lose to them in November? I do not know. They are absolute shite. Not sure how they're going to fall in League 2 next season when they do go down. Burton, Shrewsbury have more shots than Burton, but Burton overall having 12 shots. They're looking good to stay up in this one. Burton could stay up, 36 points. Still 6-point gap, still very tight, still need 2 wins in there. Somehow it's going to be very tight for Gary Bowyer's side to do that. Yeah, they just need a few drop points from Bristol Rovers, who have Crawley next week, which is unfortunate because you'd back Bristol Rovers to win that and Burton go to Stockport, which is difficult. It's not till after the international break. But yeah, good win for Burton over Shrewsbury here. And the final game in Sky Bet League 1 is where Wickham fell at the feet of Wrexham. Arthur Okonkwo getting another man of the match. I keep seeing him getting man of the match, which is ridiculous because Wrexham must be insanely lucky to keep getting him man of the match. And well, fair play to them. And they got Sam Smith getting the winner, their January signing from Reading. Getting this goal scoring in the 78th minute. A game of very few chances in this one. Wickham having the 10 shots, Wrexham having the 5. Wrexham looking likely to get second and get automatic promotion. It's going to be back to back to back for Wrexham. Yeah, this one's going to be. This was a critical game for both sides, and Wrexham got the job done. Mike Dodds, was he the right appointment? Kone's not firing now after the injury. What's going on at Wickham? Are they going to even finish in the playoffs now, which would be harsh because they have had a brilliant, brilliant season. But yeah, Wrexham get the job done and move a step closer to those automatic places. Now for a quick Sky Bet League 1 table review. Start from the bottom, go to the top. Let's just get straight into this. Shrewsbury going down, Crawley going down, Cambridge going down. Right, now, Burton, yeah, I think they might stay up. They could stay up 6 to 1 points to do so. Goal go away to Stockport. Really tight games. This one, again, and Bristol Rovers got Crawley. That could be the end of that, and that could be relegation. For League 1 this season, Northampton are fine. Should be all right. Same with Peterborough, same with Wigan, same with Exeter, same with Mansfield. If they create enough chances like Nigel Clough's side do. Rotherham, Steve Evans will be fine. He knows this league like the back of his hand. Stevenage, Alex Ravel, they are going nowhere. Lincoln are going nowhere. Blackpool are going nowhere. And Barnsley are going nowhere. All mid-table mediocrity. Nobody's getting playoffs. Leyton Orient, outside chance of playoffs if they can go on one of them runs. As I said earlier, they can get one of those runs in before the end of the season. Might be able to squeeze it in. And then Reading, if Reading get in the playoffs, I swear to God, that would be insane. Bolton, I'd reckon to get in the playoffs over Huddersfield if it's them two for 6th and 7th. Stockport, Charlton, Wickham all get in for me. If they can just pick up enough points. The only team I worry about is Wickham because they're on a landslide at the moment. And I think Wrexham and Birmingham will get top 2. Thank you for the reviewing the... thank you for watching the League One review. We'll just now jump to Championship. And Bristol City 2, Norwich 1. Good result for Bristol City. They continue their playoff charge. They are still in 7th. They're level on points with Tony Mowbray's West Brom. Sure, they can get above Norwich City in this one. Yeah, Bristol City could get the playoffs. Norwich need to be sacking half their team. Should be doing a lot better than what they are at the moment. Naki Wells scoring. If you're letting him score against you, then you truly are shite. You watch he'll score against us next season. Borja Sainz with the only consolation goal for Norwich. Good win for Bristol City. Wells looked back to it. Sykes, I still don't think he's very good, Naki Wells. Sykes, great player. Bristol City's midfield is very, very good. Knight, Bird, Williams. Liam Manning's side getting another win and looking good for players. Are West Brom really going to miss out on the players to Bristol City? We'll only find out by the end of the season. Now to the Championship we go, where Millwall beat Stoke in the half-past 12 kickoff. Mark Robins claiming that it wasn't a penalty and was pretty angry in his post-match press conference, with Ivanovic getting the goal in the 94th minute for Millwall. Stoke be a bit disappointed with this one, in my opinion, because they could have won it and had the chances, but so did Millwall. A draw was probably a fair result from what I've seen, but Millwall having the better of the stats in this one. But yeah, good win for Millwall. They'll be up towards mid-table, outside chance of the playoffs, as most teams do, from 12th upwards in the Championship. Stoke 1 point off the drop now, in a serious bit of trouble. They could seriously be going down. And with Derby winning yesterday, it looks even more likely. Millwall 1, Stoke 0. Now we go into an absolutely bonkers game at Loftus Road, where Queen's Park Rangers drew 2-2 with Leeds United in this one. Yeah, this game was really fruity, and Leeds went 2-0 down and then pegged one back just before half-time with the Morgan Fox own goal, and then we're level just in the 51st minute, and it was 2-2 via Jayden Bogle. QPR did have a man set off in Koki Sato, who scored their opener. No, it was a red card, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, stats-wise, Leeds had the slightly better chances and probably should have scored a couple. But that's twice in 2 weeks where Leeds have dropped considerable points to Pompey and QPR, but they did win in the week, so I'm sure they won't mind about that. Decent point for QPR, but Sheffield United with a win can go level on points with Leeds tomorrow. If they beat Sheffield Wednesday in the Sheffield Derby, you will see that on the review show when I've filmed it later on today. So yeah, QPR 2, Leeds 2. Blackburn 1, Cardiff 2. Blackburn continue their slump down the Sky Bet Championship table in this one. Yaku Maite getting the winning goal in this one after Selech put the away side early, in front early on in this one before Yuki Hashi equalising for Blackburn in the 16th minute, getting them back on level terms. Valerian Ishmael yet to get a win as Blackburn Rovers boss. Still, it has been now four games without a win. No new manager bounce for Blackburn. Really has hit them of John Eustace leaving them for Derby. Good win for Cardiff. They propel slightly up the table, but they're still 1 point clear of the drop due to Derby winning. They would have been in drop zone. But yeah, Blackburn continue the slump, and Cardiff keep moving onwards and upwards, and maybe to stay in the division under Omer and Issa. Coventry 3, Sunderland 0. A had you right masterclass in this one, getting the hat-trick. Sunderland absolutely blown away in this one by Coventry City. All top 3 hopes are gone for Sunderland. Could they even be caught by Coventry City now and Frank Lampard? Yeah, good one for Coventry. Good result. 21 shots. Sunderland were never really in the game. Bit of a poor stretch from them. They could have done a lot better. And yeah, but Coventry move on with Frank Lampard. That's a good win for them. Propel up the table, up just 10 points behind. I still back Sunderland to finish 4th just because they'll win games and Coventry might drop a few points here and there. But yeah, good win for Coventry, 3-0 over Sunderland, and they look certain for playoffs almost now. Coventry 3, Sunderland 0. Luton 0, Middlesbrough 0, and how Luton have not won this game is an absolute travesty. Mark Travers getting man of the match, no doubt. 19 shots. Middlesbrough didn't even have a shot on target in this football match. Just the 7 shots for them. Luton have 5 on target. I think Luton are starting to realise that they need to put something together to try and stay in this division. 6 big chances missed. How have they not won this game of football? And yeah, this will cost you at the end of the season. 2 points dropped, it will cost you. Luton really are fighting for their lives at the bottom. Got Hull away after the international break, so that will be interesting to watch and see that play out. Yeah, good result. And for Middlesbrough, well, it's not a good result for either because one needs to stay up and one needs to get playoffs. But yeah, boring. But Luton missing all the big chances and they're going to get a few key players back soon. Luton 0, Borough 0. Oxford 1, Watford 0. Another big win for Gary Rowett's side. They needed this. A big goal from Sariki Dembele in the 82nd minute to propel Oxford's survival hopes and get them up. Gary Rowett, I think he will keep them up. He knows what he's doing, Gary Rowett. They're bottom, remember, when he came in and they got a little bit of a new manager bounce. But yeah, good win for Oxford. Rowett knows what he's doing. Watford probably should have won this game. 16 shots. 2 big chances missed. 8 shots for Oxford, nearly taking the string off of Gary Rowett. And Oxford, they won't care at all. Tom Cleverley and Watford, it's about time Watford sacked another manager, isn't it, to be honest? And they haven't done that yet. But yeah, good win for Oxford, and they move up to 42 points, still in a relegation scrap due to Derby winning. It's only 4 points to the drop, as Watford now have nothing to play for. Playoffs are gone completely, and yeah, it finishes Oxford 1, Watford 0. Plymouth 2, Derby 3. Another big win for Derby, and Plymouth's relegation hopes are sliding by the second. They are really going to go. I think they will be back in League One next season unless some major fight comes out of them. We've got Watford away after the international break. I predicted Plymouth to win this one. Not sure why, because Derby are brilliant at the moment under John Eustace. Brilliant, tight games. Plymouth, they were 2-0 up and then were pegged back to 2-2. Very good win for Derby. They're still in the drop zone. Are they going to stay up? I think they will do now. A little bit of resurgence now under John Eustace after he's got the playing style seems to be sorted. Good win for Derby. Plymouth under Miran Muslic, it's looking grim now. There's only, well, not many games to go now. Just the 7 games to go, and they are in a whole heap of trouble. A win could propel them up there, up to touching distance of them. But yeah, good win for Derby and John Eustace, and they look like they're going to stay up. Preston 2, Portsmouth 1. Portsmouth, yeah, losing this game probably fairly after 3 quickish goals that came in the 76th, 83rd and 87th minute, where Preston went 1-0 up, pegged back by Colby Bishop and Pompey, and then Thomason put Preston back in front in the 87th minute late on. Pompey fans a bit unhappy how they haven't won that game. I have seen on social media. It doesn't look like it here. I haven't seen the highlights yet, but 14 shots to 9. Does it tell the story of the game? Probably not. We'll have to see. Red card for Preston also in this one. And Sam Greenwood getting it, ex-Leeds United, of course, and ex-Middlesbrough, scoring that wonder free kick, I remember, against Leicester City last season. Yeah, decent win for Preston. Now got nothing to play for this season after their horrible start to the campaign. Portsmouth, Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think they'll be fine. The home form will keep them up, but it's only 4 points to the drop. 17th to 22nd, separated by 4 points. We're in for another thriller of a relegation race again, aren't we? Swansea 0, Burnley 2. Another clean sheet for Burnley. In other news, water is wet. Scott Parker's side getting the job done in the first half in this one. Josh Brownhill opening scoring in the 4th minute, and then Jadon Anthony grabbing the second later on in the 22nd. Burnley probably were full value for this win. 12 shots to 5. Comfortable. Yeah, deserved win in this one. Yeah, nothing else to say, really. I mean, Swansea just crap, got nothing to play for. And their caretaker boss at the moment, yeah, good win for Burnley. They move onwards. Swansea 0, Burnley 2. West Brom 1, Hull 1. A good point for Hull this, and on the road under Ruben Sellers against Tony Mowbray's West Brom. They'll definitely take this. Is it going to be more playoff heartbreak for West Bromwich Albion when they get there, or if they get there, because they're only level on points? Bristol City at the moment, the playoffs are getting really interesting in the Championship. So is the top 2 race, and so is the relegation race. There is the Sky Bet Championship every year, and it delivers every year. Stats-wise, West Brom probably should have won this with the amount of stats they've had, as Hull only had 7 shots on goal. And Abu Kamara scoring for Hull as Isaac Price scoring for West Brom. This game was a bit of a dull affair. It wasn't great. It was a bit groggy, and yeah, Tony Mowbray, can he get West Brom promoted? Probably not. It'd be very, very difficult. It'd be even difficult to get in the playoffs. But I think I back them to do it. Decent point for Hull. Move a point clear of the drop zone. Still in that fight, though. But yeah, West Brom, grab a draw. And it's West Brom 1, Hull 1. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sheffield United 1 in the Steel City derby at Hillsborough. Sheffield United and Rhian Brewster getting the win, and now they do go level on points with Leeds United at the top of the Sky Bet Championship. The stats show that Sheffield Wednesday really could have, well, they should have won this game. They had a whole heap of chances. Michael Smith having a big chance saved in that first 10 minutes from Mike Cooper in net for Sheffield United. Yeah, but Sheffield Wednesday's side is the bogey side, isn't it? It's the derby is the bogey team, and it is Sheffield United. They always seem to beat Sheffield Wednesday to Sheffield United. The last time Sheffield Wednesday beat Sheffield United was back in 2012. 12 years ago since Sheffield Wednesday haven't beaten their local rivals. Good win though for Sheffield United. They go level on points with Leeds. Maybe a bit lucky to get the win here, but yeah, good win for Sheffield United, and they're looking good for the Premier League next season. A quick Championship table review then to round off today's review and today's video. Plymouth at bottom, can't see them staying up under Miron Muslic, really can't. Luton, there's a bit of fight in them. They should have beat Middlesbrough on Saturday, but yeah, difficult game really, unfortunately, for Luton, but I still expect them to go down even if they do have to fight, but they've got the players to do it. Derby, I think, will get out of it fine. I see Cardiff slipping in, though, in this relegation race. Stoke, Hull, Oxford, Portsmouth, still not out of it. They could still drop in. As much as we want the South Coast Derby next season, Portsmouth still got a job to do. Yeah, mid-table follower, Swansea, QPR, Preston, Norwich, Sheffield Wednesday now after that loss to Sheffield United. Yeah, that's your mid-table fodder. Millwall, outside chance. I know they're on the same points as Sheffield United, probably mid-table fodder, along with Watford and Blackburn, who are dropping off like a cliff. Middlesbrough, outside chance of the playoffs. Same with Middlesbrough, only team with an outside chance of the playoffs. Bristol City, yeah, they're thereabouts. I think they could get in the playoffs. It's between them and West Brom for 6th place, in my opinion. Coventry look good. 5th place, solid. They'll be in there at the end of the season. Sunderland will get in the playoffs in 4th, probably, unless Coventry do have some rapid run and catch them. Burnley, Sheffield United, Leeds, your top 3, but which way round will it be? Only 2 points separate them yet again in the Sky Bet Championship. It could be all down to that Burnley Sheffield United game come the end of the season. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching this review show. We'll be back. I think I'm going to do some tier lists next week. I do a few, might do the qualifier predictions, but I'm never usually up for an international break. I think they're absolute shit. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll probably see you for league content in around a week and a half's time. So yeah, thank you for watching.